But without further ado, man, we gonna go on and get to it, man. Today on the platform, man, we got none other than the God himself in the flesh, man. Courtney Bell, what's
Peace
going
to the
on?
God. Peace to the God, man. What's up with my God, man?
Man, chilling, man. Grinding, working, maintaining, bro. Again,
doubt.
bro, it's an honor to have you here. You know what I mean? We done had even before we actually started, man. We just had a great conversation,
Yeah, for
bro,
sure.
just to set the
tone. Set the
you know what I
tone.
mean?
No
And
doubt.
you know, man, I'm excited for this sit down for a lot of reasons. I personally feel that you are the future, you know, of not just conscious artists that like have this balance with consciousness and street
100.
for Detroit, but I feel like your artistry at some point is gonna really impact the entire world, bro. I feel like you that type of artist. You doing it now. You know, you got a large following. It's people outside of Detroit that's tapped into your movement and everything that you got going on.
No doubt.
But we can always excel and go higher. And I'll wait that moment, man, just to look at my brother and be like, man, I knew
nigga did it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he did
it.
And I know that you're gonna do it the right way, man. So just in the vein of that, your purpose as an artist and like ultimately, you know, when it's all said and done, when you done made all of the money that you can make, when you've dropped as many projects as you could possibly drop and the music is not so much, you know, of a passion.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself at? What do you see yourself doing in totality, like in that moment?
Man, shit, I feel like, well, first and foremost, I prided myself coming into the gate being out street first. You feel me? For those that's tapped into me who've been fans and been aware of everything we've been building. I started off on the street shit first, and I was heavily into the street shit, but I never wanted to dive into the street rap because I seen a lot of niggas get indicted young, get locked up or get killed beyond putting what they were really doing on wax. So I had a lot of people around me that really loved me and cared for me. And niggas would always tell me like, nah, bro, you got the ability to really articulate yourself at a high level. Like you can really rap. You don't got to do this street shit or rap this street shit at all. So me being young, I was never as hard-headed as a lot of my homeboys was. So like I always take game when niggas would drop gems down for me and I convert it over. So to be where I am now, I feel like I navigated through the streets to find myself consciously, to go back to the streets to discover myself. You feel me? So once the money don't fulfill me no more, I've done, like you said, all the music shit that I could possibly do. I've acted. I've done everything that I desired to do within the entertainment space, man. I see myself having a healing compound. You feel me? For whether it's psychedelics, it's for herbs, just healing the nation in general, and being so financially stable to where like that's a service to the community. You feel me? Like I see myself stepping into shamanism because that's what I am at the heart of hearts. That's why my music come off like it do. Like it's a healing vibration that I naturally resonate with, and that I feel like I'm diving deeper into. Because you feel me? You got niggas that's conscious, bro, and aware and can tell you about a whole lot of shit, but majority of these niggas ain't living that shit to the T. You feel me? I'd rather be the person that can live a scripture than give you a scripture. You feel me? And it ain't no shade to niggas, but we gonna be 100 and we be, you feel me? I would love to be honest and open and real. Like a lot of niggas that be on the conscious shit or on the aware shit, they don't be living like that off of the camera, but you portray a certain image.
Sure. If I may, and not to cut you off, but I just kind of want to insert. Have you ever met somebody and was disappointed? You know, somebody that you viewed as and when you met them, you know what I mean, it kind of disappointed you.
Yeah, I won't even say just like from a conscious or awareness standpoint, just having so much love for a certain person, and then when you finally meet them and they not who they are, it's like, damn, my nigga. It's crushing almost. Like, damn, bro, I put you here, bro.
Yeah.
And it made me like, go internal with myself. Like, damn, how many people see me here and I've either been out of character when they met me, or I wasn't in my right mind, whether drinking or just under the influence, and you rub people the wrong way, and they
Yeah.
ain't never gonna tell you that, but that's in the back of their mind though. So like when I looked at the few people that I have met that just kind of hurt me, it made me go within like, damn, bro, how many people have looked at you or view you a certain way because of a certain image or a facade or a mask that you wearing, that you not being 100 on. You feel me?
No
So
doubt.
going through meeting all of these people, it made a nigga be like, all right, bro, to the best of my ability, I gotta be as authentic as I possibly can be and show my flaws, show everything, and not necessarily everything, of course, but you feel me?
Yeah, but for the most part,
For the most part, just be real.
And I think that is important to actually give people access to the imperfections.
For sure.
Because usually when people get disappointed and stuff, it's because you never showed us
showed that.
anything other than being right and exact.
Exactly.
So it's like having that vulnerability, bro. I feel like that is important, you know, for being able to connect. And I think Tupac, like Pac
Perfect
was like
person,
the
bro.
perfect person
And
to
I'm
show
like,
us.
I'm like a student of Tupac, because I feel like Nipsey embodied a lot of Tupac energy.
Yeah.
Just the authenticity of who Tupac was, you feel me? And it's like living in these modern times. I was having a conversation with my manager, and my manager damn near said the same thing to me, like, bro, you got so many people that really look to you and really look at you in a certain light, but I get to see every part of you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I done seen the good you, I done seen the drunk you,
Yeah.
I done seen the gang banging you, I done seen every version of you, and this image that you give to social media is like you polished already. And granted, you are polished, but I didn't seen the ugliest parts of you, bro. And I've had certain conversations with people, and people walk up to me like, yeah, oh, I didn't know Courtney was like that, or I didn't know he, and hearing him say that, you feel me? Because he gonna be 100 with me at all times. He like, yeah, bro. I'm like, damn, all right. So goes back to people being placed on a pedestal, and people that I didn't placed on the pedestal. Like I said, it made me go internal with myself. Like, damn, bro. All right. Like even me saying something like, I'm a fruitarian, but then a nigga see you going to grab some French fries. Like it's small shit like that people pay attention to though.
For sure.
You feel me? Because I do push the eating healthy lifestyle. But it's like, nah, nigga, I might be in the mood like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go eat me some French fries today. You feel me? But if that's not being shown, now I was just looking like, oh, nigga, I thought you eat only fruit.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
So, I feel like it's a beautiful thing, towing the line of consciousness and real street shit. You feel me? Because it's not many people that can do that. Pac was one of them ones that can toe the line, but that's because he gave you him.
Yeah.
You feel me? I've lived on the conscious side for a long period of time and shunned the street shit when I was just on my knowledge, when I was on self-love and like living in my Godhead. And I've been on the street side to where I wasn't really on conscious shit at all. So I've been able to experience the duality of both, because they are polar opposites, but they one and the same when you become one with yourself. You feel me? So me focusing on all of that just kind of made me study the game more and just be 100 with myself, because it's like I'm from the block first, bro, before anything. You feel me? I'm from one of the worst hoods around this bitch, and I didn't really put work in my neighborhood. So it's like I can't deviate from that, because it's a lot of homeboys that I grew up with that got locked up, died, or whatever the case may be. They looked at me to speak for them. You feel me? And if I'm just totally conscious and I'm on some straight being, even labeling myself a conscious rapper, let that shit go. Like, that's the first thing people speak of when they speak of my name, which is a good thing, because I am aware. You feel me?
But that's not the that's not the box that you want to be in.
100.
I mean, because an artist, when you think of an artist from a painting standpoint, like the things that people are able to do with a brush,
come on,
you know, it may not always look beautiful, like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It may not,
for sure.
Some of it may look like scribble scrabble. Some of it may look like a person just took some paint and just got to slapping it. You know, some may be more refined or whatever the case may be. But for the buyer, for the people that's look, it's still valuable.
It's still valuable.
Art. You know what I mean?
Fire ass analogy.
It's still valuable art.
Yeah,
so
100.
I totally get that, and that could kind of be stressful. I kind of wanted to ask you, towing that thin line, bro. Like, what type of pressure? Because it seemed like this something that you've been kind of struggling for balance with over the years.
Yeah.
And me personally, I can attest to that because I am that person.
No doubt.
You know, I promise you, I'm that person. Like, if I delve like into like the nuances of my life, it is that where people view you one way and you like, nigga, I just want to be human. Like,
yeah, bro.
I want to be able to make a mistake without 100. It being like, hey, bro, why you know what I mean? Or why you doing this or why you doing that? And, you know, I know that that's a struggle. I know that that's a struggle for me at times.
100.
In terms of you, is that something that, is that like a painful thing that you know, experience struggling for that balance, or have you been able to just navigate well with it?
Now I'm getting to a space where I'm navigating well, but like when I was a part of the Hebrew Israelite school of thought, I cared more about what people thought than about my own opinion of myself. So you live in a space or an existence where you're people pleasing more than you're being appealing to yourself. You feel me? You caring about what you think and what you feel. You feel me? I'm caring about what motherfuckers on the internet say and motherfuckers that I never met more than my own family, more than, you feel me, niggas that I love, niggas that I done grew up with. So I feel like as I was navigating through the Hebrew Israelite school of thought, I cared about what people thought about me because I'm a genuine nigga at the end of the day. Like I'm loving, I'm open. Like everything that I'm doing, from music to hustling to everything, is for my people and everybody that's in my close circumference. So within that space and time, which was only a few years ago, like I cared about that. Like, you feel me? I had to be perfect. I had to be this. I had to move in a certain manner or within a certain energy pattern. But now where I am now, you either fuck with me or you don't, bro. And on a real, like, I let it be known now, like, all of that conscious shit is cool, the awareness and growing and self-love, but don't ever think I've gotten too far this way that I won't beat your ass or fuck you up, or like I won't tweak out on you, bro. Because I was a tweaker first. I wasn't just, I didn't grow up conscious and aware, bro. I grew up hopping out on niggas. I grew up in the RTM, the YFN, the PIF. The PIF era where, bro, I was really outside, bro. So don't ever think that I won't deviate from that. You feel me? So I feel like where I am now, I'm growing comfortable in my skin. And the only thing that I probably battle with still is navigating through the music space with that and articulating myself in a way that it doesn't come off like, why Courtney doing that? You don't gotta do that, because they're so used to me informing them and being enlightened through the music. But it's like, bro, I've lived so many different lives and within these past few years. I need to be able to get this shit off my chest, bro.
And I think you did a hell of a job with doing it. You know what I mean? With this new project that you recently dropped, Microdose,
no
man. Motion being one of them records that kind of gave that element, you know what I mean?
Duality.
And and you did it in a Courtney Bell way.
100.
I think that's what I can appreciate, is that you did it, but you didn't go super far. You know what I mean?
Because I could have went totally left with that.
You made it make sense to what you, when you know, was in the studio putting that song together. What was the process for that, and who produced that record? And just talk about that.
My little bro RGT Ram, he produced that. He out of New York. Fire young producer, man. I've been kicking it with my little bro 22 the Boat, and he just been inspiring me to keep the younger generation around when it comes to creativity, because it keeps me tapped in, one, with that generation, and two, the level of imagination that they have and that we had at that age, 19 years old, 17 years old, where like the world was just like a canvas to us. But I've been getting in the space to where I don't write no more when I get in the studio. So me and my girl was actually downstairs in my studio, and I heard the beat. And as soon as I heard the beat, I'm like, I ain't did no shit like this ever. Let me fuck around with it. I loaded it up, and usually how I create, I'm impulsive, not writing now. Certain records I still do write, of course, but like I like creating without writing because I'm saying what's really on my heart. I'm not thinking too much because when a nigga write, I'm thinking about every line.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like how my structure. I'm diving too deep.
I'm not to cut you
No,
off.
go ahead.
I'm glad you said that because I've finally like been able to differentiate when it's important for an artist to write and when it's important for an artist to punch, right?
For sure.
And I think whenever you want to say what's like naturally on your heart, I think it's best to punch. But when I feel that you want to like have some type of like esoteric meaning, or
You
you
right.
kind of want to go behind the veil and kind of really make a person like, you know what I mean? You might want to write for stuff like that.
For sure.
On this project, are there any songs that you actually wrote?
Wrote Walk With Me.
Mm.
I wrote Walk With Me. Majority of those records, for the record, was like throwaway records. From my actual like album that we've been working on, like being away from the music for 4 years. I wanted to come back into the music space with like pieces of myself, but we started crafting my album first. So like these records were like the skeletons of like my first draft of what a project would possibly sonically sound like. So when we started to cut the records, I started to do like psilocybin therapy, meaning where like I would go through a journey, how many ever grams I took with the mushroom, and then I would lock myself in the studio for the rest of the trip. So for the next 5 to 6 hours, I'm in the studio just going through beats, and I started to like create music that like spoke to my soul. It's easy to create music and just like, oh damn, that shit hard. But like I started to like have breakthroughs with myself on the medicine while creating music. I started to say shit that was like, oh, I don't know if I want the world to know this, or I don't know if I want to be this vulnerable. So like I started
because it literally is what's on your, it's literally coming straight on the. So I can see how you can have those moments.
Yeah, for sure.
I think one of the records too, bro, that kind of gave a balance. Like I felt like, and I hate comparing, but if I could, I felt like you did like the perfect, like Kendrick type of was that Psalms 82?
Psalms 82.
Yeah, because it had the beat, you know what I mean? That'll make you feel me bounce.
Yeah.
But what you was talking about.
No doubt.
You know, for those who may not know, if you can talk a little bit about the scripture, Psalms 82, and what inspired you to do that record.
Okay, so first off, I hit my producer because we were going on the radar during the campaign rollout, and I'm like, damn, bro, I want to do something. It's gonna be easy for me to freestyle or easy for me to rap, but like I want to do something that's like going to, like you said, go beyond the veil a little bit, but not go too deep to where like niggas that's over here gonna be like, oh man, he on that conscious shit.
For sure.
But just learning that ye are gods. Like I told you who you are already. In so many words, it's up to you to live in that Godhead or live in that vibration or that energy pattern. So when I first heard the beat, that was the first thing I heard. Like this is how I create when I'm writing and like I'm conceptualizing a record or I'm in that mode for a project. It's like a web. The creator, the spirit realm gives me one word. And from that one word, I branch off and I branch off and I branch off and I branch off till I complete the thought. So sometimes I can go like super deep into whatever that one word is, or that one word will branch down until I get the idea. So as soon as the beat played, I'm like, damn, I literally heard Psalms 82. So then I didn't initially write. I meditated on that scripture for about an hour before like I wrote. Like I really sat in my mode and got in my mode. And when I started to write, that ring the alarm, gun in my palm, auto war, high study, embody the sacred law, Sun Tzu, Psalms 82, nigga, know ye are gods. When I started to write it, it was like, oh no, that's it. And I wrote that shit, bro, in probably like 10 minutes.
When you said, all right, can we break that first part down a little bit, bro? Sure. Like, all right, repeat that again.
Ring the alarm, gun in my palm, auto war, high study, embody the sacred law.
All right, talk about that. Why?
Because I feel like, okay, so with the ring the alarm line, like that's letting you know that we're in a state of emergency as a people. And just where the world is, like, be prepared. It's shit going on outside and they're distracting us. Quit like dismissing the alarms that's going off. Like, gun in my palm, all the war high study, embody the sacred law. I'm a student to the law of the universe. I'm a student to war. You feel me? I grew up in a war-induced environment, so that's not nothing that I'm new to. I'm privy to the wars. I done seen walk downs. I done seen shootouts. I done seen and been involved in a lot of things in my neighborhood. So it's like that's what that first half meant for me. Like, hey, wake the fuck up. This ain't just about black on black. That's the biggest thing. They got you focusing on you.
Man, that's powerful, bro.
Let's see who really controlling the puppet, and then see who's controlling the person, and then see who's controlling that person.
Yeah.
Let's get to the real shit. You feel me?
For sure.
What was the next line after that?
Before
go
you go forward, you said basically like I'm a student of war.
No doubt.
And you talked about growing up on Droid Road and some of the things that you been a part of, saw, experienced, and how being in that environment will naturally make you a student of it, or naturally make you
succumb to it and get lost to it.
Get lost to it, but understand it as well.
100.
When I think about young black men, I feel like we war ready. I just feel like you said, we don't know who or what to fight.
Exactly. And I feel like we're not aware of the energy that we harness, that we have inside of us. So when you're not aware of who you are or what you are, somebody can tell you who you are and what you are if you're not a student of the knowledge yourself. You feel me? So like with a lot of my niggas that I grew up with and the environments that we grew up in, not everybody is going to see like, why is it liquor stores everywhere I turn in the hood? Why is it fast food spots? Why is it a church? Why are these three things in the hood like it is? You feel me? And those things control us. You feel me? Because that is our source to what we believe God is. What you put in your stomach, which is your first mind, is what you will become at the end of the day. And then we drinking to suppress from all of the traumatic experiences that niggas done been through in life. So it's like when a nigga started to see that young, granted, I done been through DUIs and I'm now sober and all of that. But it's like being a student of this shit is being able to see like, it's not this, bro. And as long as we look at it as this, they gonna continue to do what they gonna do. But the beautiful part about this is consciousness is evolving to where the table is turning again. You feel me? It's a massive awakening that's happening, and it's happening across all generations. You feel me? So when I kick it to my young niggas, and even when the young niggas kick it to me, you feel me? When the young guys kick it to me, a lot of them is on the knowledge of self now. Opposed to like when we were 18, 17, niggas was outside.
It's definitely different, yeah.
Like niggas was completely different outside around that time.
And it is crazy because even the people that's outside, like you say, it's still certain concepts of, you know what I mean, a self that they got and that they have. Like,
no doubt.
You know, recently, man, we made a post and the news has come out that Russia has officially put the United States on the enemy list as they official enemy.
Yeah.
When you look at the elections that's approaching, that news, that, you know, the Russia news, and just the state of the United States, what do you think? What does Courtney Bell do? Like, how do you prepare your family? Like, what are you doing in these times?
Shit, man, we prepare internally first. You know what I mean? Because the ancestors in the spirit realm, that veil is thinning. So they're speaking to us. You feel me? And if we're not in tune with nature, we're not in tune with self, then everything that's going on in our external environment is going to move us, bro. I'm not moved by none of this shit. You feel me? The way that I personally prepare is getting my household and those that I love on the right diet program. And that doesn't mean just what we're eating. That's what we're ingesting on the TV. That's what music we're listening to. That's the foods that we're eating, the counsel that we're taking from other people, who we talking to. Because at the end of the day, all of this shit is written to happen. So when we talking about elections, we talking about Russia and us being a number one enemy or all of that shit, man, it's all bullshit. And in my eyes, it's written out because the higher you go up, all of these higher ups are sitting up in a room together at the end of the day. Period. And that's just my opinion, and I could be wrong, you feel me? But I feel like all of this war shit is propaganda. Granted, the fucked up part about it is we're losing a lot of children. Mothers are dying. It's actually people going to bomb other countries. So like I feel from that perspective, you feel me? But it's like it's casualties in a war. You feel me? But I feel like that election shit, presidents is selected, not elected, in my personal opinion. So we prepare internally. You feel me? We go as deep within ourselves as we can. And that affects our external environment too.
Sure.
You feel me? But that's just like on some super conscious shit. But if we on some like real life and real reality shit, then we buying food. We stocking up on cans. We stocking up on waters. We buying up as many guns as we fucking can. And we're teaching the younger generation how to use them.
Do you feel like that's necessary? Do you feel like we need to start doing that?
Hell yeah. I mean, because we were already born behind the 8 ball, bro. So it's like if we're playing football and we're playing against a team, we're hundreds of yards away from the finish line or even getting on the field. You feel me? So it's like where we cut the bullshit out at is raising a better generation, because the generation up under us is the ones that's going to protect us at the end of the day. And we're protecting our great aunts and our grandmothers. Now we're at that age now to where we're the uncles that's barbecuing now. We're the uncles that's going to cut the grass, or cousins that's providing and protecting for our women. So I do feel like you got to get ready. I mean, stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
100.
If anything was to happen tomorrow, just like what we was talking about off camera, bro, ain't shit in line. You feel me? A GoFundMe probably had to get made if your business affairs is not in order. Like, can your family really sustain themselves if something was to happen to you? So it's like, my nigga, if we, like you just said, if we haven't exalted our every fiber of our being before we get in our bed at the end of our day, then we didn't give our day 110%. You feel me? And that's something that niggas got to grow into because we weren't taught that growing up.
Great segue.
You feel me?
Bitch ass nigga. Great segue.
No doubt.
Man, that's my favorite song on the project.
That's crazy. 100.
That's 100. My favorite song on the project. The creative, just the thought to even name a song bitch ass nigga, and then the breakdowns, you know what I mean? Going into what one is. And I love the hook. I love how y'all played on that hook, bro. How did you and Royce put that one together, bro? Like,
okay, so me and Royce was in a space to where this was actually something that was going to originally be for my album. The bitch ass nigga record was supposed to be for my album.
I knew it was something special about it.
Yeah, like me and him had got in the studio and we had locked in for probably like a week straight, where I was damn near even sleeping up at the studio, leaving the studio at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, going home, showering, and coming right back up to the studio. And this was before, like, I had lost my Instagram, so me losing my Instagram had kind of like fucked us up for a little minute, because I would have had to restart everything. So I had lost my Instagram for like 5 months or 4 months.
I remember that.
Yeah, so like when I wasn't able to be on Instagram, now we thinking,
how the hell do Courtney Bell lose his Instagram, bro? That's wild, bro. But then again, that puts you back in that box where it's like, oh yeah.
Niggas fuck up. You feel me? Niggas fuck up. But I lost my Instagram page due to mushroom content.
Okay.
It was mushroom content, and during that time, like, I was on a whole lot of conspiracy theory shit on my page, so that could have flagged it. Niggas could have been hating and flagging posts. True. It could be 1,000,001 reasons, but I know it was because of the mushroom content that I was posting. So that's why I lost it. But it was during that space where me and Royce was like super locked in and just like creating. He was critiquing all of the music, and we were just taking the music to the next level. And when we came up with the idea, like, all right, nah, since you lost your Instagram, we need to come with a mixtape or something to warm the market back up, to build your following back up on social media. So that's where Microdose came from, because the whole album itself, which I can't reveal the title and like the name of it, but like just that whole theme, it stemmed from Microdose.
It's connected.
Both of them is going to be connected. So with that record, Royce had already had the beat, and we was up at the studio, and he played it. He like, I got an idea for us. So I think I had left. Went to the crib. I came back. He had the hook. How it feel? I'm like, ooh. All right, what we doing on here now? And that was one of the first records. And I think I just wasn't in a creative space. Within that, I just felt drained because there's a lot of shit going on musically at that time, from business and real life. That it was like I wasn't hungry to like finish that record. You feel me? And I ended up having a conversation with my manager, and he like, bro, you up at the studio? Like, Royce want to finish it, bro. Like, either say you don't want to fuck with the record, or nigga, finish it. You feel me? And I'm like, no, bro, I fuck with the record. I want to do the record. I'm just drained mentally. But being in that space, in that environment, like with Royce's work ethic, it showed a nigga like you your own barrier at the end of the day, bro. You blocking yourself. You're limiting yourself. You're not tired. You just don't feel like writing.
And it's so I'm glad you saying that, because to me, I think when I said that's my favorite record on the project, you initially said, damn, that's crazy. And I think you said that for all of the reasons that you just
100
explained, right? However, the value of exceeding the threshold that you put, or the cap that you put on yourself, brings forth ideas. For me, I think that's a single.
For sure.
Like, I think that's
for sure
a radio type of even though, of course, you know what I mean, is bitch, but still they can. I feel like that's
you got a clean version for it. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Sure.
I feel like TikTok could go crazy with that. I feel like it can hit so many different, you know what I mean, markets or whatever. So, yeah, bro, I really rock with that one for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
When you because we still, it was something that I wanted to say in connection with the bitch ass nigga track, and talking about like relationships.
No doubt.
We know that it's like it's tension, bro. Especially with podcasts emerging that's talking about relationships and stuff like that. It's so much tension in the black community between black women and black men.
No doubt.
Pointing fingers at who's wrong, what's right, what's not right.
100.
Let's talk about the bitch ass niggas first.
Okay.
And then we gonna talk about the females or whatever. Talk about what men need to do. What makes a man in a relationship? What makes a man worthy or in a woman's eyes from your perspective?
Financial stability, knowledge of self, self-awareness, because you can have knowledge of self and not be healed, or not be going in the direction of healing yourself. I feel like before you enter a relationship space, a man should be aware of his insecurities. He should be aware of his trauma. If he hasn't started working on it, then starting to work towards that. I already said the financial stability part, like be able to provide not only for yourself, but for a woman. And that doesn't necessarily mean you take on 100% of her baggage, because at the end of the day, I believe whatever works for your household works for your household. Not every woman cares to have a man that pays all of her bills. Certain women love to work and have no problem with creating a business or contributing to their partner. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like as a man, where we are right now, the biggest thing that I can say that we need to work on, bro, is like healing. Because all that pointing the finger shit, like all of this shit is like a bunch of adults with kid issues that they never resolved at the end of the day. You feel me? And I deal with that even with my girl still to this day. You feel me? And I'm learning how to be a man in this space while balancing everything else that's going on. But I feel like niggas got to heal and become aware of self.
When you say heal, let's be more concrete.
Okay.
Like,
so
yeah.
So that's taking account for the environment that you grew up in, taking account that majority of us got mama issues. You feel me? Or we may have daddy issues. It's getting to the root of some of that shit. You're not gonna be able to get to the root of everything, but just becoming aware of like, okay, I got a problem here, I got a problem here, I got a problem here. So you're not projecting that onto your partner or whoever it is that you bring into your space. Because at the end of the day, the longer you with somebody, you're gonna be more vulnerable and more naked as time goes on.
Yeah.
Prayerfully. You feel me? And just being authentic and real out the gate. So I feel like where a lot of niggas fuck up is we caught up in the social media era. We caught up in the social media realm to where during our parents and our grandparents era and time of living, it wasn't no social media.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, nigga, I can say I love my girl, nigga, and scroll on my phone and see a cold ass female. Now I'm lusting. Now I'm in my Lord self.
Man.
You feel me? And a man should be able to control himself from all of this. It's natural. You're gonna see another beautiful woman, but where your thoughts go with that dictates where you are as a man.
Man, you hitting on some stuff and you triggering so many thoughts as you give your breakdowns, bro. I was having a conversation one time at the crib, man. We was all sitting at the table. We was, we was drinking, we was having a good time, whatever. And the conversation came about with women wearing revealing clothes, right?
100.
And a family member of mine was basically blaming men for the reason why, like the rapes is going on. Men go, to the furthest extent in scenarios like that when they see it. And granted, even though I hold men accountable, but I feel like it's a reason why Muslim women wear garbs and full. You get what I'm saying?
No,
from a if you understand in nature, understanding universal law, understanding the nature of a man, I feel like women should be more responsible with what they wear. And I feel like even if a man does take it to the further extent, I still feel that the woman is 50% at fault for wearing a see-through, what's the name, with her, boom, you can see her nipple piercings.
100.
Like, what you think gonna happen? And a brother made a hell of a point. He said when you was a kid, you would say, if your clothes was all, oh, my privacy, give me my privacy. What the hell changed when you grown?
100.
To where your privacy still don't mean your privacy.
For sure.
What's Courtney Bell thoughts on that?
I feel like first and foremost, it goes back to, you feel me, what we were just talking about with niggas pointing the gun and pointing the finger at niggas, when it's like we want to externalize our insecurities and our problems and all of that and have something to point to it instead of taking full accountability. It's accountability on both sides of the spectrum, you feel me? And until we get to the space of taking full accountability for my environment I grew up in, where I was fucking at 12 years old, 13 years old, bro, that wasn't right. That wasn't okay. So that drove me to be in a space to where I'm overly sexualizing everything and I'm horny all the time and all of that. And granted, with women, they didn't have men in their lives that showed them how to carry themselves, or a mother possibly to show them how to carry themselves and protect themselves and move a certain way. And then if we want to think about it on the bigger scale of this shit, we got to think about the people that's influencing these algorithms that we play into. You feel me? Because this is a psychological, a esoteric, a metaphysical warfare at the end of the day. You feel me? So yeah, we can say men can be partially at blame for the things that women are wearing because their value of self is lowered. So they're putting a value on whatever man they come across to give them love, when it's like, nah, that should have started back in the crib. You feel me? Mama should have showed you what love was. Daddy should have showed you what love was. But our generation of parents, they didn't have this shit figured out because they came from parents that went to church all the time and didn't give them the freedom. So they finally got to express themselves, and then they passed that on to us. And if you keep passing that pattern on, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. But I feel like, nigga, we got to take account for what we were introduced into as kids from the age of months to 7 years old, when everything was nothing but influence and our subconscious gate was open and we was taking all of that shit in. In our environment type shit, and who's influencing this algorithm that we believe in. What makes a real nigga in this generation? You feel me? We all gonna have our own definition of the shit. So it's like with the woman and the man thing, bro, it's accountability on both ends. I ain't about to sit up and just be misogynist and be like, no, hell yeah, women need to watch what they be wearing. And nah, bro, it's much deeper than that. You feel me? Just like women be on that, the young nigga who pick a gun up at a young age and be out here robbing niggas and killing niggas, that shit started from somewhere. Something happened within your life, because not every black woman is over sexualizing herself. Not every black woman is naked.
And that's still happening.
And that's still happening, bro. You feel me? This is a spiritual war. So in order to win a spiritual war, we got to attack the spirit, bro. We got to get to the root of why this shit is going on. You feel me? And until we do that, it's like, nigga, if I control all of this and it's a hierarchy, it's tiers to spiritualism and awareness and wokeness and all of that shit. If I'm in control of all of this whole algorithm and this database, because I'm a firm believer that we live in a holographic universe. So it's like, if there's a person at the top of this, or a spirit or energy or entity, deity, whatever, that's controlling all of these things, there's tiers to people that have jobs at the end of the day on a spiritual front. So it's like, we worried about at the lower level, we worried about financial security. We worried about nigga versus nigga, whites versus blacks and all of that shit. And as the tiers go up and up, nigga, this shit is going to play out into an energy game at the end of the day.
Man, for we war not against flesh and blood.
Come on, man.
Man,
but against
spiritual wickedness,
bro.
And principalities.
And high places.
That's wild.
So that's what we up against, nigga. Fuck all of that. Niggas need to be doing this. A woman needs to be doing that. Nah, bro, we need to be fucking healing.
Yeah.
We need to be going as deeply inward as we possibly fucking can to wake the fuck up, because life is but a dream. And the dream realm is way more realer than this shit. You feel me? So it's like all of the shit that we paying attention to, I ain't gonna say the shit don't matter and just be like, but that shit don't matter, bro.
Yeah, that's not it.
Fuck who's the freshest. Like, bro, I could have put all my jewelry on and came in here looking fresh to appeal to the eyes. Fuck all of that shit. Fuck the eyes that think I need to have jewelry on. Fuck the eyes and the ears that feel like I gotta be conscious and woke all the time, my nigga. Fuck that. You feel me? Because you not living your truth, bro. And a lot of times people vicariously, if that's the word, live through you. You feel me? So when you do something that's not right, that ain't nothing but a reflection of them. But because didn't nobody see them and I got the public eye, niggas want to say something and criticize you and put you on the cross like Jesus. You feel me? It's like, bro, that's where I'm at right now, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro.
Real talk.
Courtney Bell is trying to heal. Fuck everything else. Yes, I'm gonna do great with music. Yes, I'm gonna do acting. I'm gonna do everything that come with that and financially secure my family, right?
But self is gonna always be the first.
Myself come first, bro. That's the main reason music hasn't popped. It ain't been my drive, bro. I outwork niggas on the music tip, bro. 5 to 10 songs minimum a day. I can create in that space. But these past 4 years of me being away from music, nigga, spirituality mattered to me. Music was third, fourth, maybe sometime it was second. But my spirituality and me getting to a space of awareness with self, that matters more than anything, bro. I don't give a fuck about nothing else, because at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer in reincarnations. I incarnated in this lifetime to remember who the fuck I am, bro. And fuck, not just remember, oh, I'm Courtney Bell. This is just my avatar. This is what my soul animates at the end of the day. I woke up on a soul level in this lifetime like, I have to heal. I have to get back to oneness. And it's multiple paths that I have to take to get back to oneness, because it's pieces of truth in all of these things.
Man.
You feel me? The truth don't need no explanation, bro. The truth just is. From a spirituality, a religious standpoint, yeah, I studied into the 5%er school of thought. I studied into Christianity school of thought. You feel me? I dove deep into the Hebrew Israelite school of thought. You feel me? And it's like through all of those things, I gained what I needed to gain, bro. I don't give a fuck about somebody telling me, oh, he didn't went off, because that's a lot of the things that a lot of the Hebrew brothers and sisters want to say. If you ain't in alignment with the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, and oh no, he didn't went off, man. He didn't. I don't give a fuck about what you think. Quite frankly, you feel me? Maybe that school of thought is for you for this whole lifetime.
For sure. And I don't know. I think I said this before when we talked prior, but you know, I was watching a Farrakhan speech, and he said that your mom might teach you 4 + 3 is 7. Another person's may teach them 0 + 7 is 7. And somebody else's might teach them 5 + 2 is 7. And oftentimes we argue about, you know, the method that we use to get to 7.
100.
But the reality is, man, is that we all striving to get to the same number. And it just
100.
may take different, you know, methods to do it. So the religious gang banging, the you know, oh, you this and I'm this, and why you doing that, brother, and you know, like all of that shit don't mean nothing at the end of the day, because we still niggas in America, bro. Fighting the same issues, battling the same principalities, like just going through the same shit, man. So you know, that all of that is irrelevant, man. features, right?
No doubt.
I'm not sure. I got an opportunity to hear that record with Simba and what's bro name?
La Russell.
La Russell. Bro. Them boys gave you some heat.
Oh, for sure.
They gave you some heat.
For sure.
And I'm one of them type of people where I'm real big on not just the feature that you get. I'm big on, did he give you
that shit?
You get what I'm saying?
100.
Because that shows a level of respect. You can come in there and just give a aha. You know what I mean? Or you can come in there and lay it, bro. They gave you that shit. Talk a little bit about, that collab. Talk about, how it came about. And when you heard them, on the record, what was your initial thoughts and feelings about it?
So I'm gonna start with my nigga Simba, who is not just a rap peer anymore to me. He's a homeboy now. I've always been a fan of that nigga. Like, he gave me the feels of like Lil Wayne, No Ceilings when I first heard him. Like, that era of Lil Wayne, like, niggas wasn't out rapping Wayne.
For sure.
Nobody was out rapping Wayne.
You know.
Yeah, like, and even still to this day, niggas is not out rapping Wayne. So like when I first came across Simba years ago, it was like, no, this nigga is a problem. Like, can really, really rap, right? So I always had it in my mind, like, damn, hell yeah. The power manifestation. I'm gonna get in with that nigga. We gonna lock in and whoop de whoop de whoop. So when he finally popped and had his first breakthrough moment, everybody is a fan of Royce, bro. So like a few of my relationships that I have accumulated now stem from Royce. You feel me? And I wouldn't be a real nigga if I didn't get him his flowers.
And big shout out to Royce, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We done heard all of the different things and all of the, you know what I mean? And of course you might be able to understand one person's perspective or whatever, bro. But undeniably, man, Royce the 5'9", bro, is a pioneer. He's a light giver. You know what I mean? And on numerous occasions, man, there's so many people that can vouch for, the opportunities he helped people with.
For sure.
Even looking at him being hands-on with you and just, you know what I mean, taking you in, like, come on, bro. Next to M is Royce, bro. Like, on the lyrical, like, everybody in the nation know that Royce is one of them guys. So for him to extend his hand and help you out along with others, man, shout out to the big homie Royce.
Yeah, hell yeah, shout out to the big homie, because he done did shit that he didn't have to do for me. And I think I've watched certain people work with him, and I will always wonder, like, damn, why it didn't work out? Why this didn't happen? And certain energies just don't mesh. You feel me? Goes back to unhealed trauma, because that's where a lot of shit stem from when relationships go sour, is defects within each person. You feel me? And they can't come to terms or an agreement with pushing forward. So just with Royce, to get back to the Simba situation, when we were working, I initially gave him a list of like, all right, these some of the people that I've been looking at that I feel like I would mesh well with sonically with the direction I'm going in for both of these projects. So he like, all right, bet, I'll reach out to such and such. I'll reach out to such and such. And majority of the people that he reached out to were already aware of me. We just had never had a conversation. So when he hit Simba like, yeah, no doubt, I got him. I'll send a verse back. So when he finally cut the verse, originally the Get 'Em High song, me and Royce, was another studio day. He played it. He had already had his verse on there. He like add a 16 or a 12 or whatever it is. I'm like, all right, bet. But this around the time I'm mentally drained. I'm just like, damn. All right, cool. So when I first laid my first verse, it was cool. It was like, all right, I got a 16 on.
Yeah, but you wasn't going crazy about it.
Hell no. I wasn't crazy about my verse at all. And Simba finally sent his back. And when I heard Simba shit, look, it was at the plight of the Montgomery brawl. Like, he sent his verse back around that time, like within like that week or two span of all of that shit happening. So the internet is going crazy off of that shit. G-Mac then dropped the song. Like, everybody, you feel me? Everybody is capitalizing off of the situation. So when I heard his verse, my team looked at me like, so what you gonna do? I'm like, hell no, I ain't about to let no nigga get on this bitch and
straight up.
Yeah, hell no, nigga. Nigga, well, you ain't about to walk me down on my own shit. You got me fucked up, nigga. So I had took 2 stabs at it. The second stab, the verse was better, but it still wasn't like to my liking. And so I just left it alone, I'm like, bro, I'm going to naturally come back to it when it's time for me to write and I feel it. And this one particular night, I was just thinking about everything. I'm like, all right, hell no, bro. Come on, let's get on the
flow. Let's get it.
It's on the flow. So I end up redoing my verse, finalizing. I'm like, all right, now it's a competition. Now we all in our bag in different ways. So with LaRussell, LaRussell was another nigga that was aware of the brand and what we building. And like just big respect to that nigga because I respect what he's doing from an independent standpoint. He's a disruptor. He's disrupting the system right now in the entertainment industry. And I fuck with that because he's not a street nigga. He ain't like the regular genetic makeup of niggas that's popping right now. And like he getting the bag off of just being 100% himself. And he taught me the power of content. Yeah. That nigga got more content than any artist that I know. He's constantly recording and constantly dropping. So I ended up reaching out to him. He like, send it over to me. If I fuck with it, I'll lay a verse to it. I'm like, all right, bet. Sent it to him. I ain't hear back from him for a week. So I'm like, damn, bro must not fuck with the record. If he don't, it's cool because it is what it is. Certain people send me shit, and if I don't fuck with it, I'm an artist. I'm gonna be 100. But then he ended up hitting me back like, I had a verse back to you tonight. You feel me? And he was doing like a name your own price thing, and like I'm a respecter of business before art. So it's like, bro, I don't know you, bro. I want to put some money in your hand just off of the strength of like you doing it. Cause he was already on it, like knocking it out for free type shit. You feel me? But when I seen him post about the like pay your own price, proud to pay shit, the shit Nipsey was on, I talked to my team like, how much y'all think we should give, bro? Like, cause I don't want to lowball him, even though it's a name your own price. I want to let him know, like, I appreciate you doing
100,
this. You feel me?
100.
So once we got the verse back, I honestly feel like I love Simba's verse the most in regards to the other three. Oh, and my homegirl Soul Child. Soul Child was on there too. That
she was fire. She was fire.
Soul Child is like very, very hard, bro. She reminds me of like a grittier Rhapsody. Which is a beautiful thing because like we don't have that many lyricists on that side, like within the Lauryn Hill vein. But yeah, so like that was like once that thought was completed, LaRussell like closed it out.
I'm telling you, like I feel like he did a Jay-Z move on y'all on that motherfucker, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he gave it all up and then rap all the way to the end, like no beat left type shit. Like you know,
and it needed that too, because like he was the perfect person to close it because I was initially gonna put Cordae on there. And I fuck with Cordae a lot, but I'm a save him for my album. I got a nasty record. I'm gonna put that nigga on for the album. Oh God, that nigga Cordae is nice. I fuck with him.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that too. I was gonna ask you, going forward, like features, and even if you can, because I think last time we had a conversation, even some of the street rappers that we see in Detroit right now, you will be surprised. Like they can really get in that rap bag.
No, bro.
Like I've heard Peasy. Sure. Like we know what Vez. Like we hear this shit, but bro, them niggas can really do that. You get what I'm saying?
Bezo is one of them for sure, and like Bezo is like my big brother for real. Like me and that nigga really chopped it. Like a lot of the niggas in the city, I got music relationship with, and then some of them I got like real relationships with, like Skilla. I've been knowing bro since way before he popped. It's always been a mutual love there and a mutual respect there. Vezo, same thing. Like it's other niggas in the city that I got a relationship with off street shit too. You feel me? Because I didn't either been in a space where I was hustling or certain shit didn't happen and my people was involved, your people was involved, and the music just comes together and becomes that much more stronger because I feel like coming from here, you gotta have ties to the streets, bro. And I feel like not discrediting the big homie because I don't know him, but I feel like that's where a lot of people feel like that about Sean.
Yeah.
And I love Big Sean.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You feel me? I got the utmost respect for the big homie. You feel me? But it's like I'm just speaking for Detroit. I'm not speaking of what it's like in LA or Atlanta, but like nigga, you gotta have a real story here. Niggas gotta be able to say like, and it's corny in a way, but like niggas got to be able to say, hell yeah, I seen that nigga on Joy Road.
For sure.
I seen y'all know Courtney Bell. I know Kid.
Facts.
I know God Body LC. I know the real LC. Like Facts. I remember when he was outside.
Detroit is definitely one of them type of cities. Like you gotta have some type of story. Like I remember you from here. I remember him from there. Wherever that is.
Exactly.
We do kind of lack that with Sean. Like we don't really hear too many stories about where he and like we say, even for him to and that's even a greater salute to him because
he made it without all of that shit.
Without like Sean is the ultimate person to study and follow. If you don't want to
go that way,
like lock in with your city first, but still make it, study Big Sean. Because he did it. And we still love him and still respect him to this day. But like you said, to come up out of here, you gotta have that.
You gotta have that. And it's like, bro, on some real 100 shit, when you ride through the hood, bro, you hear the niggas that's telling the real realities of what's going on in these neighborhoods, right? So that ties back to having a real upbringing, a real background in whatever neighborhood you from. You feel me? I'm from Joy Road. I'm from both sides of my hood. You feel me? So I feel like initially niggas wasn't not riding around listening to Courtney Bell because I spoke on a lot of conscious shit and a lot of aware shit. The average nigga in my neighborhood, niggas that know me, respect it, but niggas not riding to that shit, bro. On some real 100 shit. And I had to come to terms with that. Niggas don't give a fuck about that conscious shit to a certain degree. To a certain degree, from a music perspective, they don't, bro.
And that's the thin line too, because we want people to ride around with our music. Like that's how we make our money. Like that's how we get like, I want you riding around. So being that the people, they not on that type of time. Like some people say, man, when I get in my car and drive, bro, I ain't trying to think. I ain't trying to go through no psychology course, astronomical.
Like get some crazy ass shit.
You know what I mean?
So like I just said that to say like Sean got records to where niggas are getting in the car and ride to him. You feel me? But like there's no narrative of Detroit being told like to where a nigga be like, hell yeah, nigga, I'm fucking with Big Sean, or I'm fucking with a Courtney Bell, or even Royce to a certain extent on some real 100 shit. Niggas not riding around in the hood. I'm not saying in the city of Detroit, but I'm saying in the hood. Niggas is riding around a Babyface Ray.
Yeah.
Niggas is riding around the Los and Nutty. Niggas is riding around the Skilla Baby, the Peasy, the Vezo, because they're talking their story. They're telling their life. And for niggas like ourselves, the Royces, the Courtney Bells, the Big Seans that can rap at a high level, we kind of behind the 8 ball with that, because at a point in time, I felt like that, like, bro, I shouldn't have to rap street for these niggas to fuck with me. I just got to figure out how to articulate myself to where niggas understand what I'm saying. And that's where I'm at now.
Man, bro, I just be having these ideas, bro. And this is where we've been having conversations behind the scene, bro, where the Foreign Magazine at some point, bro, we got to do something for the art, like the lyricists in the city, because I'm to the belief, bro, that the market is here. Detroit is one of them cities where the market is here, but we are not throwing why not throw a concert? Royce, you, Nassim, what's the
Nassim hardest.
Goddamn, who else out here? Chef Gee. Like, it's a lot of niggas. Like, let's pack out the bit with just our people. Let's cater specifically to them. Let's, you know what I mean? Let them and get them something to expect consistently coming out of that bracket of artists. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of this shit is marketing too, and just figuring out a way to find those people, because they here, bro.
Oh no, bro, they for sure
they here. And even like you said, your numbers, like your shit, like off the record, you was saying how much with the release
my
of
numbers
this,
didn't grew.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely present for sure.
And then too, like the beautiful thing, and I can only speak to myself, and like I said, that I'm not discrediting Sean, I'm not discrediting Royce or like none of them, because like even Royce during his era, he was involved in the streets to a certain capacity. You feel me? But I can only speak for myself, bro. Like, I'm really from Joy Road. Like, if you know, you know what I'm saying? I really ran with RTM. I really ran through my hood. I really ran with PIF and YFN and all of these different cliques. You feel me? The hit squads,
Yeah,
the
I
Joy
remember when them
Road
squad,
Mafias,
hey, them
like
squads down there on Joy Road and
yeah, like
in Southfield, boy, it was so many squads back in 2006, 7, 8. I'm
yeah,
talking
bro,
about
real shit.
goddamn Yacht Squad, Hit Squad, Clown Squad, this squad, that. Y'all
No,
was fooling
real
down there
shit.
for
And
real.
like I grew up in the era to where I experienced every part of that. You feel me? Because I'm originally from the Herman Gardens. That's like the biggest projects on Joy Road. So it's like I'm really from the hood in a real way. So it's like I really got a story.
Yeah, you do.
You feel me? And me having that story, being where I am now, it makes it easier to dive back into that bag. Like you said, with the motion record or with certain records, it's
Yeah,
easier to dive back into that because it's like the people that's been around me that grew up with me, the world may not fully know that. The world is going to learn that, but it's like, nigga, I'm really from over here,
for
bro.
real.
Like
And
in
your
the realest
ability
way
to, and even in this space now, your ability to talk about
to
that is
articulate
gonna
that.
give you a whole nother, you know what I mean, a whole nother just light, you know what I mean, with what
I'm
you able to do. Just to pivot real quick,
no doubt.
I was having a conversation with somebody, bro, and I'm convinced that now we talking about the Detroit rappers now, like
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying, the Vezos, the Peasies, the Payroll, all of that. There is no Detroit way to make a hit.
No, there isn't because
We
everybody has
don't,
had their own hit.
but that's a problem to me.
Okay.
I think Detroit is at this spot, bro, where we getting lucky, bro.
Mm.
And what I mean by that is we just getting in the studio. We making shit that's hard. And we just hoping that the world fuck with it. But there's no
I
set
understand that.
structure or system or way. Like if you go to Atlanta, there's a way
There's a
to
pattern that they
make a hit
follow.
record in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I believe that one of the components or one of the reasons why we don't have a method to make a hit record is because we're excluding the R&B scene away from the hip hop scene.
For sure.
When you
Sure.
think
Everything
about
is all over the place in the city, bro.
talk about it. Talk about what you think about what you see in the R&B scene, what you see about in the rap scene, and some of the things that you feel need to happen, or just your thoughts in general
Yeah.
on that.
Shit. I feel like when you go to other cities, like when I visit LA a lot, or where I visit like Atlanta, there's patterns that the artists there follow, and they're clicked up together. So it's like, hey, nigga, I'm gonna tell you what worked for me, and we gonna da 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 da. I feel like here we have a very big music industry here, but it's a lot of subgenres within that space. Like when you go to Atlanta, you got your trap rappers, you got your Jids, you got your Lil Babies, you got all of these niggas that fit in subgenres. I feel like we have no structure here musically. Meaning like the R&B niggas be all the way over there. The rap niggas not supporting the R&B niggas. They not doing features with them here like that unless you like B Ryan. B Ryan ain't got shit, or Clay, and not to put Clay in the R&B shit or B Ryan. But like for the niggas that can sing, there isn't enough support from us as rap artists. And even the females, everybody is in their own subgenre here. And it's like niggas is not meshing together like we should be meshing together, because if it is Detroit versus everybody, then nigga, I don't give a fuck if a nigga doing emo rap. Nigga, the emo rap nigga need to be fucking with a Vezo. You feel me? I don't give a fuck if you lyrical like myself. You feel me? I need to be fucking with Scalar. I need to be fucking with songwriters and doing records with the R&B singers. I feel like it's selective politics here. You feel me? I understand that everything comes with politics, because with politics comes structure to a certain extent with how we move with business and just in general with whatever space we in. I get the politics, but the selective politics is the weird shit I don't like. You feel me? It'd be a lot of secret animosity, a lot of secret beefs going on, a lot of hate. You feel me? A lot of gatekeepers that's blocking connections from happening, and that's from the higher ups all the way down to the lowest tier. You feel me? That's what I don't like about the
And we
city.
still screaming Detroit
Yeah, and
versus
we still
everybody.
screaming Detroit, but it's not no Detroit. Niggas be for self out to this bitch. And granted, be for self, you feel me? But at least on camera or off camera, I say let's figure out how to dead a lot of these situations that niggas got going on. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion on it. I feel like everything is just all over the place. We need structure.
I agree.
And it's like the younger generation not listening to the big homies because we feel like the big homies ain't involved as they should be. Certain big homies is watching these young niggas crash out. I remember growing up in my neighborhood and the big homies I was around, the big homies didn't want us in the street. They pushed us to go to school. They pushed us to be upright niggas and taught us morals and standards. You feel me? Taught us principle when it came to our neighborhood and how we moved. You feel me? So it's like I feel like a lot of the OGs feel like the young niggas ain't gonna listen. So fuck it. They throw their hands up. And the young niggas feel like, nigga, I got money like you, OG. What the fuck can you tell me? I got motion. I actually got more motion than you, OG.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't coming to you. You feel me? When niggas come to the city, niggas is
coming to me. Yeah.
Niggas coming to fuck with us.
Yeah, that's real.
Niggas ain't tapping in on y'all, and you feel me? So
and you know what? That's my thing too, because you got certain people, like it's one person that I feel like got the power, and I think he working on something, man. I can't put my finger on it, bro, but there's one person that got the power to move a lot of shit.
I think I know who you're talking about
in Detroit, but he don't say nothing.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
You feel?
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Like we need those guys.
Yeah.
To pop out.
Yeah.
Open, like speak, open up, say something. You know, you know what I mean? Because there's no structure.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I think that's stopping us from getting to the next level.
Breaking through the ceiling.
And it's vital, bro, because right now we in a position where other people that know how to make hit records is taking our sound.
They're coming or they're coming here and blending in with the artists. Okay, this is how they rap. This is what they doing. Okay, boom. I'm about to go back here because I know the secret to songwriting.
You feel me?
No doubt.
And so at the end of the day, we're not going to get acknowledged. Even though they done came and got all of the sauce, we still not going to get acknowledged. We don't have no real labels here. We don't have no real, like, your engines here. I will say, I think my personal opinion, I think the person that's the closest to like really putting some shit together, like a label, I would say Viz.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I think Viz is probably the closest to really doing it. I do know that Peasy got Rio, but I'm just talking about from
let's not even deviate past that.
Okay.
Like I feel like Peasy is a genius, bro. With the artists that he stamped and that he's worked with, that he's taken up under the boys, them niggas that went, bro.
For sure.
So he knows something outside of music,
For
whether
sure.
he has an ear or his gut feeling. Like I don't even want to go past that without giving him his flowers, because like Rio is like one of the biggest artists to come out of Michigan, bro. Like literally a natural organic wave that just took the fuck off, bro.
For real.
He got white people, Muslims, Arabs, like
for real.
Every nationality fucking with him, and he's talking about the most ghetto is ratchet ass shit, but he's original. Now you got a lot of people that's coming out of Michigan, even in the industry, that took his flow. That all right, and then get back to rapping. Like a lot of people is eating from that. So I would say like I'll get that nigga Peasy his flowers, bro. Yeah. Because every artist that I've seen him work with or develop, them niggas didn't pop.
Even with Reese Youngin, you know, they didn't. I mean, whatever, you know, didn't work out. But when you hear Reese Youngin, you like, oh yeah, dog, he different. You know what I mean? Sure. So yeah, yeah, Peasy definitely. So those are like is Ice Stir Records, Ghetto Boys ENT.
Yep.
And then I gotta give Wavy Gang.
I was about to say you gotta. Wavy Gang for sure.
You know what I mean? And then look at, I don't know, and we talked about this before in a previous interview. I don't know if Samuel Shabazz is officially Wavy Gang. I know that he run in close proximity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it could be a partnership, or it's just like, you feel me, not to cut you off, but it's like me. You feel me? If I'm the artist that I am, and like once I reach that Babyface level and beyond, nigga, whoever around me gonna be turned up,
gonna be
bro.
Turned. Like he
especially
if you got it. Like they be over
Nutty,
there.
They took the ball and ran with it. Same thing with Sam. Like that nigga Sam Shabazz is hard. Like I was just riding to he got 2 records, the For You And then the 1-800 Call Sam, the 1-800 Call Sam record, bro. I've been riding to that shit for the past few days.
That'd be a fire collab too, man. I'm plugging that right now, man.
Oh, yeah.
Samuel Shabazz, Courtney Bell. We need.
I didn't think bro waiting on me for real.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Cause me and him I did have a record that I had sent to him. But I honestly just felt like it wasn't the right record once we completed the thought. Cause like I'm real tedious when it comes to features. And even just with my own music, you feel me? So it's like if I don't have that feeling, like yeah, like if my gut not jumping up and down, then it's not it.
Facts.
And it may be that for the other artists, but for me, I can only go off my gut.
For what you feel.
100. You feel me? And if my gut ain't telling me like, yeah, all right, we can close this song out.
100.
Then a nigga can't. And I'm gonna be open and honest with you. I ain't
sure.
about to sit up, or I'm gonna be 100 and be like, yo, you think you can cut another verse maybe?
Right.
But I know a lot of times like
a person might not be feeling it.
Yeah, and a nigga might rub, and you might rub a nigga the wrong way.
100.
But it's like, so like for me, I be selective with who I say that to. You feel me? Cause like I didn't have situations like that where I didn't said something. Cause I would want a nigga to be real with me.
Yeah. Cause
I ain't got no pride in my pen. If you don't like, cause this is your record.
Most definitely.
I'm coming to add taste.
I'm doing you
to
a serve. I'm serving you. When I cut a record for you, I'm serving you if it's a feature.
100.
I want to give you exactly what you need because
100.
when you put this together, you had a certain vision in mind.
100.
You know what I mean?
100.
And I want to make sure that we convey that well, bro. I honestly think that we should have a Detroit Hip Hop Summit. And that's where the Forum Magazine, bro, at some point, these ideas, this is shit that I really want to do. This shit is bigger than putting posts on a platform.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? This is just to keep y'all, not you know.
For
keep the people occupied while I do stuff in the background. Build the platform so that I can leverage and be able to do the shit that I really want to do for the
100.
city. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's a lot, bro. But, man, I appreciate you, bro.
Man, always, bro.
Man, it was a great conversation, bro.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
For sure. And I'm glad this one.
Yeah. Off the record, we had a fire ass interview, but the audio's fucked up.
Straight up, man. So yeah,
yeah.
if it's man, any closing thoughts, you know, anything that you want to tell the people, tell your fans, supporters, tell the city of Detroit, whoever, now's the opportunity.
Man, I'm the next nigga out of Joy Road. You hear me? Like, nah, I'm bullshitting. But I'm thankful to the foundation I've been building, and a lot of people that speak of me and speak on me, they're aware of like my lyrical ability, and I got a high level of respect from a lot of people, which is not something easy to gain. You feel me? So now, like where a nigga is at now is like, all right, let's let the music speak. You feel me? So like my goal from this point is to be another pioneer for the city, like all my other peers are in their own lane. You feel me? And just showing a duality of real life through my music. You feel me? And just outside of the music on camera. So you feel me? I'm thankful to be from this bitch, man. West Side, Joy Road, free the guys, free Shaq, free all the hood. You feel me?
That's what it is, man. Courtney Bell, Forum Magazine, Post of the Culture. Let's get it.
No doubt.